This is the second step of translation, that is elongation. This is the messenger RNA with codons. This is the smaller subunit. This is the larger subunit of ribosome. In the P site, AUG codon read by the first tRNA carrying the first amino acid, that is methionine. The second codon is in the A site. Now, a second charged tRNA comes and occupies the A site. The second tRNA reaches the second codon. This second tRNA is bound to that amino acid which is coded by the second codon. And this tRNA reaches the second codon. So these are the two charged tRNA which are very close to each other. Now a peptide bond will be formed between these two amino acids. The first amino acid will be shifted to the second amino acid. As a result, in the P site, this tRNA will become uncharged. The first amino acid will be shifted to the second amino acid in the A site. So in the P site, the tRNA will become uncharged and it will be released to the cytoplasm. It has no function. This is the tRNA, first tRNA. From this, amino acid is shifted to the second amino acid. A peptide bond is formed, forming a dipeptide. Two amino acids are linked together, forming a dipeptide by the enzyme peptidyl transferase. In the A site, a dipeptide is formed. In the P site, the tRNA is uncharged. It is released to the cytoplasm. It has no function. Now, the ribosome will move. The entire ribosome will move along the messenger RNA in the 5' to 3' direction. It will move from one codon to next codon. But the mRNA does not move. The messenger RNA does not move. Only the ribosome along with P site and A site will move towards the 3' end. And it will move from one codon to the next codon. As a result, the P site will be shifted to second codon where dipeptide is formed, and the A site of the ribosome will be shifted to the third codon. This is the condition after movement of ribosome from one codon to the next codon. This is the AUG codon. Now it is outside the ribosome. P site has come to second codon where a dipeptide is already formed. And A site, amino acyl site, this is the site where second codon is fixed. A third tRNA comes which is also charged. It reaches the third codon. It is bound to that amino acid which is coded by the third codon. Two charged tRNAs are close to each other. This dipeptide will be shifted to the third amino acid. A tripeptide will be formed in the A site. After the dipeptide is shifted, this tRNA, the second tRNA, will become uncharged and it will be released to the cytoplasm. As a result, a tripeptide is formed and the ribosome moves from to the next codon, one codon to another codon. The movement of ribosome continues. After the tripeptide is formed in the A site, ribosome moves from codon to codon. So P site will be shifted to the third codon. A site will be shifted to the fourth codon. The P site is now in that codon where tripeptide is formed. This is the P site. In the A site there is no tRNA. The fourth tRNA comes and occupies the A site. The fourth tRNA with the help of anticodon reach the next codon, that is the fourth codon. And the tripeptide is formed in the P site. It is formed in the A site, now it is in the P site. So in this way, elongation of polypeptide chain is occurring. Successive amino acids are joined one after another and they are linked by peptide bonds. And ribosome is moving towards the 3 days end from codon to codon. So this process will continue. The elongation of polypeptide chain will continue till the ribosome reaches the stop codon. Stop codon does not code for any amino acid. When the ribosome reaches the stop codon, there will be no amino acid added to the polypeptide chain. The synthesis of polypeptide chain will stop. So ribosome will move from codon to codon and each successive amino acid will be added and the polypeptide chain will be formed. This is called elongation, the second step of protein synthesis.